a productive day, we hope. We'll find out more over the course of today, because we are expecting the big announcements. What are the results of these talks in Pyongyang? So we are waking up to day 2 of the 2018 Inter-Korean Summit Pyeongyang. It is the third encounter between the leaders of the Koreas this year. It wasn't quite as dramatic as some had thought it might be, but we did, like our Oh Jung-hee just touched on there, see a few unusual sights from their latest reunion. So we have our correspondent Shin Se-min coming to us live from the main press center in Dongdaemun Design Plaza there in Seoul. So, Se-min, I just wanted to ask you your takeaway from day 1 of the summit.
It sure was a first full day in Pyongyang, Mark. President Moon Jae-in of South Korea met with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un in Pyongyang, and they spent the entire day together, even having upon his arrival in Pyongyang early in the morning. Now, in fact, they were together since the get-go until every event that were scheduled, which they minus the luncheon, which they held separately. But before we go deeper into that, let me just pinpoint some of the key moments that were caught on camera from that warm welcome by the leader Kim with a tight hug, the motorcade through the streets of Pyongyang, and the moment the leaders received a standing ovation at the Grand Theater after the welcoming ceremony, and some 2 separate moments reserved for the First Ladies. All of these series of events are just an indication that the talks between the two is once again getting off to a good start. And of course, keeping that positive mood may be important, especially at a time when President Moon is on a mission to save the recently stalled nuclear talks. Mark?
Yes, that is indeed the case. Now, the first day seems to have gone smoothly, as you say, but more important details are going to come out from today's meeting scheduled for this morning, and the first event of the day is set to kick off, we hear, in around an hour's time.
That's right. If we were to rate the importance of today would be the most important day of the 3 in terms of flashing out some of the concrete agreements on North Korea's denuclearization. And as you just said, Mark, the first schedule for the day for both leaders of the Koreas are scheduled at 9:40 a.m., so in a little over an hour or time. The 2 leaders will be meeting at the Garden of Baekgwawan, where President Moon had stayed overnight for their friendly event and some photo op. They will then go into a second round of their meeting at 10:30 for another half an hour, and from 11 this morning, the 2 sides will announce the results of their discussion, which many speculate could be delivered by the leaders themselves. And the presidential office did cautiously hint prior to the delegation's departure to the north that there may be a joint presser following that announcement, so we'll keep posted on that. And again, I keep stressing this, Mark, but President Moon needs something out of today, as he will need some sort of a progress before sitting down with U.S. President Donald Trump on the sidelines of the UN General Assembly in New York, which President Moon will be departing for this weekend.
Yes, President Moon has a busy travel schedule ahead of him, and those events you were talking about, as soon as we get them here on Arirang News, we'll be bringing them to the viewers live as well. So we are going to definitely find out more details later today, and we have a daily briefing where you are there at the main press center. Se-min, tell us more about that.
Right, Mark, if you were, unlike some of the previous summits that we've witnessed with President Moon Jae-in, this time it's a lot more different in terms of receiving some information, the latest information from the Korea press pool who are in North Korea as we speak. Now, things like the exact timing and locations of various events, those are the things that we are learning things as we go. And many unexpected occurrences even are being released in a delayed manner, probably because of the limited resources and constraints being faced by the South Korean delegation to relay those information to the main press center here. But yes, in short time, we should hear from the Chief Presidential Secretary Yoon Young-chun regarding the details of today's schedule and any of the adjustments being made to President Moon's schedule. And that's coming up in less than half an hour's time. Mark?